everybody, this is LB. I'm down here at Redondo Beach having a beautiful day. The waves are just amazing, and I had some awesomeness to share with you. So today I want to ask you a question. Do you ever feel like your thoughts self-sabotaging yourself? Do you ever feel like your negative thoughts are taking you down a path that maybe you wish they weren't? Maybe some of your thoughts are actually self-prophesying, that the doubts and the negativity that you feel in your heart, like I remember saying to myself, I don't think I'll ever succeed. I don't think I'll ever become a wealthy person. I don't think I'll ever have success, real true success in my life. You ever wonder about those thoughts? If maybe those thoughts are like trying to hijack you? Maybe those thoughts are trying to sabotage your success? Well, let's dig deeper into that, okay? Many years ago, I started having success working on the internet for the first time in my life. And it was after 5 years of failing, trying, over 40 different businesses and spending over $10,000 on expenses, on joining one program after another, and spending months at a time on each one of these, and trying to, why was I not succeeding? Why? And eventually I met a millionaire who changed my life, and he showed me 5 critical skills that changed everything for me. And I, looking back on those things, I think today, those skills changed my life. Okay. But I want to share something with you that I haven't thought of until recently. And that's the fact that below the surface of the skills that I learned, yes, the skills were definitely 100% critical in helping me to achieve success. But underneath the surface, those skills were grown in the soil of belief and vision and confidence that I could achieve it. Up to that point, I was just being plagued by doubt and negative thoughts. And it was a book that I read called The Science of Getting Rich that changed my life, because it helped me to focus on putting good things in my mind, not the poor things in the world. Not the squalid, or what's the translation of squalid? I don't. That's kind of word I don't hardly ever use. But the things that are negative and take us down a negative path. Those kind of thought patterns are what I was constantly struggling with, and almost like when you think of someone who self-sabotages themselves. My thoughts were self-sabotaging myself, my success, but I didn't see it until hindsight. And I was just constantly full of negative thoughts, oh, this is not going to work, or, how am I going to make this work? And I kept persevering through all the negativity, but the negativity was drowning me. And I was coming back up for air, but I was going back down under almost as soon as I got up. So, this whole the whole idea of having a positive mental attitude and really focusing on the things that are excellent, the things that are awesome, the things that inspire you, the things that make you a better person, the things that take you from a negative path up to a positive path. Those things can have such a dramatic effect on your life, and it's because of those things and those implementing of those thought patterns in my life that the skills had room to grow, right? Because without all that, they wouldn't have grown. They would have got suffocated by the negativity. If you see what I'm saying. I want to share with you 6 verses that have helped me to build a foundation of success. These verses are so powerful. I can't wait to share them with you. And I've actually categorized them what I call 6 pillars, right? Because they all support each other. And I can't wait to walk you through these things and walk you through visualization and how important visualization is to your success. I know a lot of people say to me, Albie, how important can visualization, how important can mindset be? Just tell me how to do it. But I'll tell you what, even though the skills are important, the actual mindset, you can have two people teach them the exact same skills, and one's negative, one lives on fear and doubt, and the other one lives on faith and success and confidence, and you teach those two people the same skills and they have completely different results. So I want to talk to you about the underlying soil of your mind, so to speak. I want to talk to you about your mindset, and if you are having thoughts that are self-sabotaging you, if you are having negativity that is, what's the word I used before, that are strangling, if your negative thoughts are strangling you or suffocating you, there you go. I want to help you, lift you out of that suffocation, that virtual, or that mindset that's suffocating you, and put you in a position, into a place where your mind is helping you, inspiring you to grow, and in a place where you can start learning the skills that changed my life. And I want to go into that right now. So let's talk about pillar number 3, right? Pillar number 3 is the law of seeing the end in mind. And these two verses are key elements in that, and they both go like this. It starts in Mark 11:23. It says, "Truly I say unto you, if you say to this mountain, be up and removed and cast into the sea, and do not doubt in your heart, but believe that it will be as you say, it will be done for you." And then again it says, when you pray, believe that you have received it, and it will be done. And these two verses are verses that talk about faith, and they talk about seeing your prayer answered, right? They talk about seeing the end in mind, which is your prayer answered, and living in that state of faith that sees them as done. And so those are two really important verses. When you believe and trust in God, that when you pray, believe that you have received them. Believe that you have received your answered prayer. Or why even ask, right? So you want to make sure that you have faith, that you believe that God is answering what you ask. First of all right? You don't want to ask something that you know God is against. You want to make sure that your motives are clean and clear and good, right? Before you ask something. But when you ask something, believe it and receive it. And use your imagination to put yourself in a position where you literally live with the end in mind. That prayer is done. It's finished. You know that God's bringing it about, and you live in that state of mind, in that imagination that says, this has been done. And the only way that you can do that is when you recognize pillar number 4, which is that faith is the evidence of things not seen, right? And so that allows you to step forward and realize that your faith is actual substance. Your faith means something. That what is in here, it truly matters, okay? And it's just like in pillar number 5 that says, that God created everything with his words. And sun's in my face. Maybe outside. And pillar number 5 says that that God created the world with his words. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. But it also says that God made man in his own image, right? And so that we have been created similar to God, that we have the same capabilities of creation through our words and through our mind and through our imagination. And these are some powerful things. These are some powerful words. And so you have to realize that what you imagine, what you think, these things can become true. These things, you have to, when you say believe that you receive them, you have to not like believe that they can come true, that they are true, right? You have to use your imagination to put yourself in that state where you see them as being done, all right? And this is what it's talking about, to live with the end in mind, right? Live from the end. Live as if it has been already done, all right? Because as you do this, you go back to pillar number 1, which is, as a man thinks, so is he. So if your prayer is to become a better person and to become a successful person because you want to do something that amazing, that you want to reach people and touch people's lives and make a difference in this world, and that answered prayer that allows you to see it as done, that allows you to be, as a man thinks, so is he. That puts you in a complete different state of mind than the person who doubts. Okay, because the person who doubts, remember I told you the 2 people. You teach 2 people the exact same skills, but one is a doubter and one believes in faith. And the one who has faith sees success. He has confidence. He sees with the end in mind. He has vision. The one who doubts, the one that's not confident, the one that's not sure, you teach these 2 people the same skills and you get 2 different results. So these verses all come together in an amazing way. And by the way, if you would like to know more about our team, I'm going to put a link in here on the screen. Just copy that in your browser and you can connect with us and get all your questions answered. And also, if you'd like to join our team, I look forward to working with you personally. I absolutely love teaching people the 5 critical skills and the mindset of finding success working on the internet. It's a lot of fun. And if you know what you're doing, if you understand the right skills and you have someone that really knows what they're doing to teach you, you can actually start learning how to get ahead and actually start earning online. And that's the exciting thing. So feel free to connect back with me, and I'll look forward to working with you. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more travel and tips earning online videos just like these. And like always, want to thank you for helping us to succeed. Want to turn around and help you to learn how to succeed as well.